Okay, we're going to cover fastball grips. Starting out with the standard 4-seam fastball. Right now the horseshoe's coming in toward me. When I grip it, I want my pads, my fingertips to get slightly over the seams. I don't want to be on top of the seam. I don't want to be too far over. Fastball right here. Critical that the hand stays behind the ball. We don't let the hand climb up on the ball. We stay behind it. The thumb underneath. Either the thumb's going to be here where you actually got light pressure here, or some people like to do this, and that's fine. Either one of those, I've got the ball in my fingers, not in my palm. And again, when I grip the 4-seam fastball, a lot of young kids get it out there too far, and there's too much space, they're losing power. I need the ball in my fingers here. That's my fingers. This would be choking it. But I see a lot of kids over my years, they get out too far, and they have no power on the ball. Good 4-seam fastball. Now when I throw the 4-seam fastball, I want a little light pressure. I want a loose grip, but I want to pinch slightly underneath my fingernails. And you'll see my knuckles come up a little bit because I sort of hook the ball, and now as I'm throwing it, that's what creates the spin. I want the fingertip pressure. I want to spin the ball here, again, to home. Another drill I do is just hold the top of the ball, push the fingers back, feel the ball spin off the fingertips. All right, 4-seam fastball. 2-seam fastball, standard way is with the seams looking right at you. I'm going to grip on the seams. I've done a lot of things over the years. Inside, outside. What I like to be on the seams, again, now the fingers are going to be on the seams so we can create more spin. Check the grip here. Be sure I've got the fingers on the ball. Don't get too far out. I want a light pressure under my fingernails to push down slightly. And again, so as the ball comes out, you can see these two fingers, and that's what the key is at release. I want these two fingers to spin the baseball through there. And you'll see again, I just grip the top of the ball and allow me to work on that. Next fastball, we want movement. I want to hook a seam. I'm going to grip on the 2-seam. I'm just going to turn the ball, and now I'm going to get a little light pressure, and the pressure is more going to be on the first finger. I'm going to try to throw now. I'm going to try to make the ball sink a little bit, run a little bit by creating the off-center pressure. On this drill here, I want to stay as narrow as I can, but if nothing's happening, you crawl down, you move the ball back towards you, a little bit wider, throw it. Nothing happened, a little bit wider, and eventually you'll get a more hook here. You ought to create some action there on the 2-seam fastball by hooking a seam. And it's very simple, but it will give you, by being off-centered, a better chance to get some run, some sink on the fastball. So those are the basic ones. Now I'm going to show you a front view on those. Okay, 4-seam fastball again. Now you're going to really see the hand behind the ball, the fingers behind the ball. And as we come to release, these two fingers again, if they pinch down a little bit, now as the ball's coming out, I want to feel the ball come off these fingertips. I want the burning sensation of those seams coming off my fingers. Now I'm snapping the fastball. That is going to create a lot of action on the ball and create the spin. 2-seam fastball again, I'm right here squared up on it. As soon as I go 2-seam, I'm hoping to get a little run, a little action on the ball. Again, if I pinch down lightly underneath my fingernails, I got the hand behind the ball, the wrist is cocked as I'm coming through. If I get out where I belong, on count of 3 out here, we want to feel the fingers, again, create the spin. And on these, the 2-seamer, you're hoping to get a little running action on the ball when you release it. Hook a seam, front view, regular fastball. I'm going to turn the ball over, and there I've hooked the seam. Now when I'm coming through, this finger's got more pressure on it, so as I'm coming through, you're going to see the ball now is going to create a different angle, and this ball is going to enhance it again to create more action on the ball. So there's 3 grips on the fastball.